Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the sexy ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. Welcome to the New World Podcast, brother. And we're talking about SmackDown. Not only is it SmackDown Friday Night Fight Night, it is a celebration. What's that celebration? On this edition of June 2nd, 2023, and at Mohegan Sun Arena, it is our tribal chief, Roman Reigns' 1,000-day celebration as of 1006 on this episode. But still, 1,000 days as champion here. Wade Barrett, Michael Cole on commentary, and we have a video package that celebrates our tribal chief, and what a reign it is, man. Like, Jesus, like, we're living now in this age of like, oh my God, I could say, yeah, I was there for that 1,000 days. I was there. You know, I was there for other reigns and stuff like that, but this is huge, monumental in many ways. So we kick the show off. Austin Theory's in the ring. He's going to team up with Pretty Deadly to take on the Brawling Brutes and Sheamus. But first, Austin cuts a promo. Then Pretty Deadly comes out. They cut a little love fest, giving each other some love. Pretty Deadly calling the Brawling Brutes ugly gremlins. That made me laugh. But this was the way to start the show. Austin Theory, Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes and Sheamus. This was a fun way to kick off the show. Triple white noise, it was just a fun, well-paced match just to get your blood pumping, just to get yourself like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Austin Theory, Pretty Deadly for the win. And I think we're going to get Sheamus and Austin Theory again for that United States Championship. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time when that will happen. So, I was thinking about this. I was talking to Penta about this. I was like, man, I think and feel, after seeing this match, that WWE should pull the trigger and do a trios championship. Yes, I know Ring of Honor has one that they don't utilize as much. They more utilize the AEW one, but man, a WWE trios championship, the New Day, you got Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory is a great package. The Brawling Brutes and Sheamus, you got Judgment Day, and I was telling him, I was like, man, what if they mix it up and that, like with the OC, that Michin and the Good Brothers together, and they won the title. Like you put one of the women wrestlers in there too. You know what I mean? Like a whole. I don't know. I was just like geeking out last night because I was thinking of this. I was like, man, a WWE Trios Championship would be the shit. And the possibilities could be endless, man. I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, what do you think of this? I was like, this team was like, he's like, calm down. We have Paul Heyman backstage walking into Roman Reigns' locker room, Solo. I think we go to commercial break after this, and Solo and Heyman are backstage, and he says the Usos are not allowed at the celebration tonight. He's telling Solo, like, hey, I'm going to go to Adam Pearce. I'm going to tell him, like, this is what needs to happen, and we got to make sure your brothers are not here. OC backstage is AJ Styles' birthday, and we have the OC versus Hit Row. Even Hit Row, right? There's another trio we could do, but the OC for the win. When Hit Row came out, I was like, whoa, Hit Row, woo. Adam Pearce backstage with Paul Heyman. Heyman telling Adam Pearce, like, yes, no Usos. They didn't show up. They didn't want to come in, blah, blah, blah. So, the Grayson Waller effect with Asuka. This was fun. So Grayson Waller brought the fact that there's the Money in the Bank up top. And out of nowhere, EO fucking Sky comes out, and I was like, oh, you know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, like, let's go then, Then Lacey Evans comes out, and I'm like, what the fuck is that hat she wearing? And Bailey and Shotzi, Zelina Vega, all wanting to get at the Raw Women's Champion, which they need to switch that already. Just saying. But Bianca attacks Asuka, so we're probably going to get Asuka and Bianca 3 at Money in the Bank first. And Io fucking Sky was a big, SummerSlam. Io, Asuka for that championship. Let's do this, man. LWO backstage. They're because we had Zelina Vega versus Lacey Evans with that weird Cobra hat, but Zelina for the win, and LWO's backstage. They're celebrating. We had a little bit of right here. Adam Pearce was with Cameron Grimes because Baron Corbin showed up on NXT. He's a free agent attacking Carmelo Hayes. And Cameron Grimes says, if he ever comes back here, I'll be waiting to the moon. I'm sorry. Money in the Bank qualifying match, Montez Ford versus LA Knight. LA Knight for the win. And man, this dude is over. LA Knight is over, folks. When they were when Montez Ford hit him and I heard boo, LA Knight, yay, then just that crowd building more and more. I'm like, I was like, oh my God, salivating at the idea of we need to move LA Knight up. We need to move him up. LA Knight is a bad mamma jamma. So LA Knight's going to be in the Money in the Bank. And I forgot to say Zelina and Evans was for a Money in the Bank qualifying match as well. Zelina's going to be in. So we're shaping up this Money in the Bank pay-per-view that's coming up here soon. Fire and Dawn package, the NXT Women's Championship, the Unholy Union is here. I wonder if they'll put those titles on the line here at some point, But now, let's get to this. Triple H comes out. And to introduce us to the new Undisputed Universal Championship. It is shiny. It is gold. It is worthy of a tribal chief, in my opinion. I like it. It's basically same design, but just a little bit shinier, man. And in Roman's the universe, he's the champion of the universe now. For this 1,000-day celebration, Roman comes out with Solo and Heyman, and cutting it down, man, down to Jimmy coming out and the Usos, and then the tease of Solo joining his brothers, and then Roman saying, no. And my favorite part of this whole thing is when he's telling Jay, kick your brother in the face. Kick him in the face. And Jay's just torn and whatnot, and then Solo joins them, and then a little bit of a tease, then bam, it takes out the Usos, and I was like, you bitch, Roman. Oh, but we're going to see, I just feel it at Money in the Bank, Usos versus Solo and Roman. And at some point, one of the Usos, I think Jimmy is going to finally get his shot at that Undisputed Universal Championship at SummerSlam. That's a big prediction, but we can't. The Bloodline storyline has been going on for so long now, and it hasn't it's had its moments where it's God damn, man, this is going. But at the same time, there's just so much there that you could do. All the stuff with Sammy and this and that, all the stuff with Jay in the beginning, when Jay was going after Roman and Jay being defiant. Now Jimmy's being defiant, man. And you end the show on such a big note. I had such a good time. I give this episode a 5 out of 5 because there was not a moment where I was just oh shit. When will this reign end, though? No pun intended. Will Cody be in the Money in the Bank? I don't think so. I think Cody's going to face Brock Lesnar one more time because he did issue a challenge, so we're getting that third match. Who is worthy of dethroning Roman? I think it's Cody still. I had this prediction of Cody winning the Money in the Bank and then challenging him at SummerSlam, blah, 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 or challenging him at WrestleMania for that big redemption arc in Philly. But I don't know if Philly's going to pop for Cody like they should, because Philly's a very hard town on the babyface. So tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. I got to say my match of the night was the starting match of the show, man. And Montez Ford versus LA Knight was fun. OC hit row, just a bunch of stuff. But the Grayson Waller effect, my favorite moment was Io Sky coming out, and I was like, oh my God. then just a lot of great stuff, man. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Let's talk, ladies and gentlemen. It's pro wrestling here, folks. Okay? Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandma. Share with the bum down at Walmart. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. Go check out his music. And that's it. That's all, folks. Until the next time, on to the next one. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And as always, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Are Jimmy and Jay here? Jimmy and Jay are here!
Fire the security!
Heyman specifically said they weren't invited!